Chapter 3. The Whisper. You're still awake. The whisper returned before the memory did. It slipped into Mara's mind like a cold fingertip brushing the inside of her skull. A vibration rather than a sound. A pressure rather than a voice. She had felt it once that morning, hidden inside the blankness of the 47 stolen minutes. But now, standing in the lift of Sato's building, she felt it again. A thin tremor rippled down her spine. You're still awake. The whisper breathed. Not from the speaker above her. Not from the moving lift. From inside the memory gap. The erased minute was speaking. Mara's fingers twitched toward the emergency stop button, but she held herself back. The lift kept rising, smooth and steady, toward the 8th floor, and the only man who might make sense of this. But her heartbeat was pounding against her ribs like a fist trying to break out. She whispered into the silence. Who are you? No answer. Just the faint hum of the lift. Her reflection stared back from the metal doors. Pale, controlled, eyes sharp with fear she refused to show. She remembered flashes of the missing time. A siren, a compression of air, someone shouting her name across a street she didn't recall being on. But the whisper was different. Personal, intentional, a signal meant specifically for her. The lift doors opened. The corridor smelled of disinfectant and static electricity, the signature scent of experimental tech labs. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. Sato's lab was at the end of the hallway, past reinforced doors and biometric locks. Mara walked, forcing her steps to stay even, her breathing controlled. Her mind slicing through possibilities with the precision of her old intelligence days. The whisper had used her name before anyone else. The whisper had known she was conscious during the deletion. The whisper had warned her. Someone was watching her through the cracks in time. But who? She reached Sato's door, pressed her palm to the scanner. The lock clicked open. The lab lights were low. A soft blue glow emanated from monitors lining the walls, full of waveforms, neural maps, and temporal graphs. The hum of computational power filled the air. Dr. Amari Sato looked up from his desk. He was smaller than she remembered, slightly hunched, wiry, glasses perched precariously on the bridge of his nose. But his eyes were razor bright, the mind behind them a universe of equations and unspoken fears. "Mara Kellen," he said. "I was expecting you." Her breath hitched. "How?" "Because someone warned me." He gestured toward a monitor. 2 hours ago. She stepped closer. The screen displayed a small video clip. Grainy, distorted, time-stamped with a future date, 22 years from now. The image was of a woman. Short hair, eyes colder than ice, face older, hardened, but unmistakably Mara. She felt the world narrow into a single point. "What is that?" she whispered. Sato inhaled shakily. "You sent me a message, Mara. From the future." Her pulse shuddered. "What did I say?" He rewound the clip by dragging a slider. The image flickered, stabilizing enough to form words. The future version of her stared into the camera with a gaze filled with the kind of exhaustion only apocalypse could carve into a human soul. Then she spoke. "When the first deletion hits her, tell her she must run. Tell her she must find you. Tell her she's still awake." Mara's knees weakened. She gripped the edge of Sato's desk, grounding herself. The whisper. It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't an enemy. It was her. Her from the future. Sato watched her carefully. "This isn't the only message," he said quietly. He opened another file. Audio only. Labeled Temporal Ghost. Codex 0. The room held its breath. A click. A faint hum. Then her own voice whispered through the speakers. "You're still awake. Good. Listen closely." Mara felt her entire body go rigid. Future Mara spoke again, words dripping with a terrifying calm. "They can't erase you, Mara. Not fully. Your hippocampal mapping is wrong. You're the black box. The recorder. The anomaly." Static crackled. A second voice emerged. Sato recognized it instantly. Jonathan Red. The clip cut abruptly. Mara swallowed hard, jaw tightening. Why is red in the message? Sato wiped his glasses, buying time. Because he's been part of this war longer than you know. She stared at him. What war? He hesitated. The quiet war. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Sato motioned toward a holographic table and activated a projection. A three-dimensional map of global airspace appeared, overlaid with red points. Small spheres marked with timestamps. Most were faded. A few pulsed violently. These, he said, are temporal strikes. Mara leaned in. The plane over the Thames. Sato nodded. A localized temporal displacement. Mild. Deliberate. The first of several today. Why? She demanded. To destabilize. His voice trembled. To signal escalation. She clenched her jaw. And the whisper? The message in the deleted minute? Sato paused for a long, heavy moment. Then, it wasn't sent across space. Her eyes locked on his. It was sent across time. Her breath left her lungs in a slow, horrified exhale. He continued. Someone used a temporal fracture as a communication channel. A message embedded inside a deleted minute. Mara, that whisper came from inside the erasure event. From someone conscious during it. She whispered. Me. His gaze held hers. Not you now. You later. A cold certainty unfurled inside her chest. Future Mara wasn't warning her. Future Mara wasn't haunting her. Future Mara wasn't a glitch, a ghost, or an echo. Future Mara was alive, active, participating in the war, sending messages into erased moments to bypass government surveillance. She felt the room tilt around her. Why me? Why am I the one she's contacting? Sato's voice was barely audible. Because you're the only one who can hear her. The lights suddenly flickered. Mara's senses snapped into full alert. A soft hum filled the room. Low, growing, vibrating through the metal floor. Sato's screens began to ripple. Not glitch. Ripple. Like water disturbed by wind. Temporal disturbance. Mara grabbed Sato's arm. Is this a strike? He shook his head, terrified. No. This is something worse. The hum deepened into a trembling pressure. Objects shuddered. The air blurred like smeared glass. Sato shouted something she couldn't hear. Then a whisper slipped into her ear with chilling clarity. They've found you, future Mara. The lights went out. The world fractured. And the erased minute swallowed them whole.